let me be absolutely clear about haters and why it's so important to have them, and as well how to identify them. What a hater does is simply put, they hate. They have hate in their hearts. And the reason why they have hate in their hearts is because of jealousy and envy. When you understand what the difference between a real productive man and a person that at the end of the day, all they have is whispers and words. That's all they have, because they can't produce anything. They can't develop a sense of self where their lifestyle is a living representation of something that someone else out there would want to emulate. I mean, because at the end of the day, you would ask any person, you would want to emulate a loser now, would you? I'm talking about loser in terms of a man that is giving his life over to nothing, to virality and the material things, and these people, they never thought anything long term. And so therefore, when you look at their life, whether at any age, they have nothing to show for it. And this is how you know you're dealing with a hater. This is how you know, because this is what they do. This is what they do specifically, exactly. They'll see someone that is accomplishing something that they themselves want to accomplish. See, you got to understand, football players are not looking at me, per se, right? People that want to pursue ballet, they're not looking at me. You know who's looking at me is the people that do what I do, or that strive to do what I do in terms of lifestyle, farming, animal husbandry, building, hunting, raising a family, maintaining a business, overall getting shit done. They don't have that. They don't have that, and they don't exemplify that. And so this is why they hate, because it's envy and jealousy that's going on in their heart. This is how you identify them in the spirit, because it's amazing. Even I, just like anybody else, would get a call about something that someone else is saying about them. Now, the first thing I always ask myself when this occurs is, what are they doing? I mean, at the end of the day, that's the first thing that I always go to. And you know the reason why? The reason why is because by their fruit you shall know them. Are they accomplishing what they set out in their lives? Whatever it is they want to accomplish, are they accomplishing it? Are they getting it done? Are they showing the fruit that they're progressing on? Or are they just moving their mouths? Whispers. Because this is all they got. They cannot produce a thing. They can only take. They're just like our government. They're pariahs on society. And that's just the truth. They expect more out of others than they're capable of producing themselves. They can't produce anything but whispers and envy and deceit, jealousy and anger and bitterness. Because see, you cannot progress within yourself and grow in yourself if you have all of this stuff that you're dealing with. It's just impossible. I mean, in my short time here on this earth, I just have not seen it done. I haven't seen it done. I've seen the total opposite. For the way of the transgressor is hard, I tell you, because a lot of people They just want things given to them. That's just the truth. They're just like our government. It's all take and no give, and this is why we have the problems of in society. Nobody really don't want to work. Nobody really doesn't want to apply themselves anymore. Everybody's looking for the scam, the get rich quick scheme, the hit it and get rich quick, and blah blah blah, and hot girl summer and diva this and bad boy that, and I tell you, it's a mess out there. It's a literal mess. I would have never thought sitting back that it get this bad, and it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse. So you got to understand, why the hater operates the way that they do is because they have nothing to show. They cannot produce anything, because every good tree produces good fruit. But a rotten tree, is not going to produce any fruit. And you know what they say about such a tree? Cut it down and throw it in the fire. And so, therefore, yourselves, that are actually getting things done and that are a living example, I encourage you, stay encouraged, because it's bad out here. It really is. And those who apply themselves, those who understand what's at stake, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But for those who, I give over and again, good, clean water. I mean, But I tell you, that's how you identify the haters. They want to achieve what you want, what you're achieving for yourself, but they can't do it. So they look at you, and they have anger in their hearts because they can't do it. But they front like they can. They sure do. They front like they can. But that's all they got. All they got is words. False tough guys. I mean, it's just a shame. It really is a shame. Ain't got nothing. Ain't no depth to them whatsoever. Can't lead themselves, let alone their families, down out of a wet paper bag. It's a shame. So such men are beneath me. Their words carry no weight because what they're doing. And this is why I tell all the time what they're doing. And this is why, it's good to have haters. I love my haters because I get to show what they're not capable of doing. That's what I get to show. And why they show nothing and produce nothing. Because they are nothing. And this is how the folks that are winning and are getting after it, this is how we feel. This is how you should feel. Because you're going to get the crown. Because, hey, you stay diligent and you're persistent and you're consistent. And you execute on a vision that the Most High has put in your heart. And be a helping example to others. Not being selfish, because this is a selfless thing, man. I tell you, man. Selfishness is just not going to work in the real way, in the real world. You got to open yourself up to humbling yourself, but to help others as well. But just like a man can't, how can he lead a congregation if he can't lead his own damn house? Then we got an epidemic of that shit going on. I mean, it's just a shame. It is just a wrap. All types of dishonor and disorder. You don't waste your time thinking about what such folk say or do. But let me get out there. I thought I missed my turn. I mean, just out in the beautiful country, getting after it. It's gonna be a beautiful year. It's gonna be a year. This is definitely gonna be an escape velocity year. 5 years. Excuse me. 5 years of business, and things are going well. It's just a blessing. It really is. Things are progressing well on the home front. It's just a blessed peace life, but it comes with great sacrifice and hard work. It can be done. It will be done by those who have the spirit, the will, the drive, the passion, the creativity, the humility to get it done.